Welcome to Jackie Burns Creations. Today is a very special video. It's a challenge done by Indiana Jones. It's going to be on the 25th of every month, and it's going to have a different theme throughout the year. This month's theme is peace. So my Christmas challenge for today is snow. Snow seems very peaceful to me, especially when it's just lightly falling and we're getting just a little dusting of snow. It seems so peaceful to me. The fog comes down the hill. So, hi everybody. Anyway, I'm going to make a snowman. I'm going to use this foam. It's kind of a floral foam, but it's the only ball I had that was big enough for the spring. And I'm trying to craft with what I've got in my stash, so I'm showing you things I'm using. I didn't end up using the buttons. I did use some of these buttons. I didn't end up using the socks. So what I wanted to do was keep it kind of neutral, not real Christmassy, but not too plain. It can be winter and up all winter long. So I'm painting it with chalk paint, white chalk paint. And I did have my snow that I got at Dollar Tree nearby, and I'm sprinkling that on. And I found a cork that would be good for the carrot nose, so I'm doing a little carving with my X-Acto knife. It cut pretty easy. Okay, and I'm using the markers to color it. I figured it'd be just as easy to do that as to paint it. Okay, putting a little, I used Gorilla glue sticks in my hot glue gun, and boy do they work. Sometimes I want to undo something and it won't undo. And you see the spring's kind of crooked, but I guess that's an old spring for you. And they are rusty old springs. So I picked out some buttons for the eyes. And they had a little shank on them, so I could just push them into the foam, add a little glue, and push it in. I didn't want them too small, but I didn't want them too big either. Now I've got some little buttons for the mouth. Just going to attach those. Getting hard for me to work. That left hand, I've got some trigger fingers bad on it for the index and the middle fingers, so it's kind of hard to move around. And I put that in place. Only thing is I should have done it on the other side where it wasn't leaning as much. But he looks cute, he or she. And I have one of these scarves from the Dollar Tree. Now that I'm all done, I think I'll do a little modification on the scarf. It's a little big, I think. But you'll see that at the end and tell me if you think it's a little big, needs some modification. Sometimes we do something and then we look at it, and then go back and fix it. So I'm trying to figure out how to do. Should I make a headscarf? Make it look like an old babushka. Okay, so I'm kind of gluing it up on the head a little bit higher because I couldn't quite figure out how to tie it around for the neck. Now I thought he looked bare and he needed a hat. Clean up. I think my fur is in a box in the basement. I never did find it this winter at all. And I know I've got some fur, but I didn't feel like going in searching for it, so we'll just make do. Boy, what would we do without our scissors with hot glue? See me tapping my fingers trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, got the hat all done. Took a piece of twine and now I'm cutting off some of the tassels. And I found this canvas that my son had painted and never really finished anything on it. So I thought, well, I'm going to mount him because I should have put it down first and then put the glue on. So I've got a lot of florals still hanging around and tearing floral picks apart to make a nice base. Still trying to pick off that hot glue. It's funny how it's only been about a month since Christmas and scrambling to find Christmas items to craft with. Here I've got some lamb's ear. Yeah, I'll bring that around the back. That works perfect. I'm thinking about taking the scarf and folding it up so it's not so thick. You can see the spring a little better. Or should I cut a little more of the tassels off at the bottom? Let me know what you think I should do. Almost seems like a jack-in-the-box, doesn't he? I'm going to take my hot glue gun and get those glue strings off of there. So I thought his hat looked a little shabby around the edges, so I put one of those pretty faux rhinestone buttons, those old buttons on, and put some florals around the edge of his hat. I think it really came out cute. What do you think? Okay, tell me what you think. Bye till next time. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for stopping by.